All right, Habibis, it's been a minute since we've cooked with dinos. Let's go over some gameplay. You know how much I love this deck. We got that Dino DNA. You would think this is just going to be a basic OV-Misc combo, but unfortunately we get hit with the maximum K. So, we're going to have to change things a little bit. We're going to use Baby to summon Giant Rex, and we're going to go into Dolka. So we did give our opponent, 3 draws off of that? But you're going to see Dolka is going to hold down the fort. So I'm going to use Maxx C. They're going to activate Called by negating my Maxx C and chaining their own Maxx C, which is really a waste of card advantage for them. You know, waste of a Maxx C. So they're going to summon Spirit with Eyes of Blue. I know at this point that they already had Mausoleum in hand, so that's a good thing for us. We're going to negate this summon of Blue Eyes using Dolka. They had Spirit with Eyes of Blue. I'm sorry, Wishes for Eyes of Blue. And they're going to grab Roar and Sage. I'm going to now negate the Maiden of White so that they are not able to set their True Light. They're going to go Synchro Rumble, summon out their Maiden as well as their Blue Eyes with the Roar. Now they're going to go into Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. And they're going to just attack over my Dolka, no big deal. But notice how they went from like having 8 cards in hand to now they just have 1. So all I have to worry about is Veiler, and then this is going to turn into a Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. So I'm going to go Misc right off the bat. We're going to go double Evo Pill, summon out UCT. UCT is going to automatically apply pressure to them. And I'm going to attack. Okay. They're going to summon out their Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. No big deal. We're going to attack over the Sage with Eyes of Blue. Okay. And then I'm going to use Misc's effect, summon out Ovi. Ovi is going to search for Petite. And now I'm going to go into my Lagia. So you get to see Dolka and Lagia. Very, very rare. You know, it's not common that we get to use both of them. Lagia is a Solemn Judgment with legs. I'm going to negate and destroy their Neo Kaiser Seahorse. They're going to summon out that effect Veiler. I'm going to pop Petite Pterodon using UCT's effect, flipping everything face down. Their turn is over. We summon out Pankratops. GG to the Maxx C. Didn't matter. Dino DNA, baby. Dino DNA. Let's go to another one. All right, so we are going second. We're going second, and we don't have any handies. Kind of sucks. It's rough when you don't have any hand traps. So we're going up against Crystron. They have their Millennium Engine. They're going to synchro into Excel Stardust Dragon, and then go into Baron to Floor, okay? So this Crystron Tristaros is in the graveyard, which is a problem. They're going to go Zombie Vampire. Zombie Vampire is going to mill them 4 cards. They grab their Citri, go into SP Little Knight. SP Little Knight is going to now banish my Misc. Unfortunate. Now they're going to go with the Tristaros effect, destroy a Synchro monster, and if you do, special summon 2 Crystron monsters. So they're going to get rid of their Baron to Floor for me, so that could actually be considered beneficial. Okay? So they go Sulfaneer and Sulfador into Cyber Dragon Nova, then into Infinity to set up another Omni Negate. They're going to use the Smiger effect in the graveyard, banish itself to grab the Inclusion. And then they're going to use Inclusion to grab Cluster. Okay. So we have to deal with an Omni Negate. We have to deal with SP Little Knight. And then the Cluster effect basically says can't be their cards cannot be banished by opponent's card effects, and also they could destroy a card on the field. Target 1 card on the field, or target 2 if you have a Crystron Synchro. Shuffle 1, and if you do, destroy the targeted cards. Okay, so 3 disruptions. Let's see what we can do here. We're gonna go Fossil Dig. They're going to chain their Tristaros. Okay, so now they're going to be able to summon out the Sulfador. Go into Dawn Dragster. So this is another disruption. Okay? They can negate a spell. We're going to go Small World. Small World is going to allow us to grab Misc. Okay? Gotta know those Small World lines, guys. I have a video on them. I'm going to use my Misc. They're going to negate it with Infinity. Okay? No problem. So now, the logical thing is to use TTT. They're going to negate it with their Dawn Dragster. So now we're basically left with Cluster and SP Little Knight to worry about, okay? But since a card was destroyed, we're able to summon the Xenometeorus from our hand. They're going to use SP Little Knight to get rid of our Xenometeorus. Okay, so now we just have to deal with the Cluster. I'm going to use Misc's effect in the graveyard. They're going to Ash it, but we have Called by the Grave. Thankfully, we have Called by the Grave. So now Arch is going to pop the baby in the hand. We're going to grab the double Evo pill. Baby is going to summon another baby. And they're going to scoop it up. Because they were pretty much screwed regardless, I think. Even if they ended up popping my OV, I was still going to be able to go UCT. And UCT was going to be able to swing big. And remember, they were at 4,000 life points because of the Millennium Engine. So we cooked them there without any hand traps, without any going second cards, really. So pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. That was all the Dino DNA, kids. All right, I had to show off this one. This is actually a Ryu-Ge Dino Duel, but it is against a Yugi-tuber GOAT, Moha-Master Duel YouTube. This is a great YouTuber. I'm sure many of you guys have seen his work. He does a great job for the community. He does a lot of combo guides. Totally would recommend him, but we're gonna show off how this duel went versus him. So we're gonna go through our basic Ryu-Ge Dino combo. If you guys have not seen the Ryu-Ge Dino combo, I do have a full combo breakdown on my channel on how to play this deck. Very fun deck. Arguably the best way to play dinos because it has one card combos that allow you to make dino plays. So very good deck in that regard as well, just for consistency's sake. So we're going to pop the baby using the Cypher Blade Dragon. Now we're going to summon the Mistva, get our 2 continuous spells, summon out the Xena Meteors, pop the baby, summon the Frost, use baby to summon a Mist, go into Dolka, go into Lars, and we are going to set the impermanent end our turn. So these have effects, obviously, for those that don't know, and then we have our Dolka and our Lars. So it looks like he's playing some kind of like White Force Toy Box Azamina deck. So I have the negates. I'm going to use them. I'm going to negate the toy box. I'm sorry, the toy soldier. And I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm going to negate the Diabell Star. I'm not going to negate the toy soldier. Let the toy soldier summon itself. Then we're going to use this imperm. Now we're going to negate the toy soldier. They're going to go TDT. I'm going to negate that with Lars. They're going to go Silva. I'm going to negate that with Dolka. And they scoop, and we still have our negates off of our continuous spells, as well as the fact that Wormwinds banishes any monster sent from the field to the graveyard. So GG's to Moha. Yeah, Ryu-Ge Dinos. Let's do one more replay, and we'll show off some deck lists. All right, last duel. This is from earlier today on stream, which if you guys aren't following my Twitch stream and you guys want to see some exciting Yu-Gi-Oh gameplay, drop a follow on the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/King Mahde. We drew into our Hakva, no big deal. We're gonna hit withdrawal. Once again, no big deal, you know? We're gonna activate Wormwinds and it turns out they're playing Malice. No big deal, you know? I'm just a go with the flow kind of guy. So now, because any monster that leaves the field gets banished, their White Rabbit automatically gets summoned. So we're going to negate with the Veiler. They're gonna draw 2 cards. We're gonna activate Maxx C. They're gonna do SP Little Knight. They're gonna actually banish our Wormwinds, which is fine. I'm going to summon the Hakva, and they are going to go into White Binder. They do not care that I have Maxx C. And I'm gonna let them banish because it really doesn't matter. Now it matters. So we're gonna activate the Lancia. That's going to end their turn. They have the 07 set. We draw into another Maxx C. So the non-engine is really picking up the pace here. I'm going to chain Misk. Unfortunately, they have the Malice in the mirror, so they're going to be able to still negate it. Negate my Ovi, but no big deal. Everything's no big deal, guys. Everything's fine. Okay? You don't have to worry about a thing. So SP Little Knight, we're going to now go into our UCT. They're going to activate our they're going to activate their own Lancey, but we're going to be able to chain SP Little Knight to that. So they shouldn't have done it like that. They should have waited for the Lancia to resolve. So now we're going to swing here for 6,500. And this is a Malice player. They have 300 life points left. We're going to activate Lancia. They can't do anything regardless because they really can't They can't summon any of their Malice cards with only 300 life points. So despite bricking, despite, you know, being hit with Droll, the non-engine is what really carries the way. The non-engine for a lot of decks, guys, cannot be slept on. You really have to make sure you formulate your non-engine properly. You go over probabilities and ratios and like chances of drawing into them. Those are all very key things when deck building. If you are ever in my stream, you'll see me always looking at that, and it is important. So hopefully that is something you guys are doing, some kind of probability ratio to see your chances of opening a non-engine, because non-engine is the difference between a good deck and an okay deck, truly. So something to consider. All right, let's go into some deck lists. Okie dokie. So what do we have here? So this is, first off, we are going to be going over the Ryu-Ge Dino deck list that I've been running recently. Not much of note here. I mean, like I said, I do have a combo video on how to play this deck. And the only thing I will say, I hope to not draw the Hakfa. I'm taking a chance not drawing the Hakfa and hoping for the best. But realistically, with a deck like this, you know, the chance of drawing it should be low. But you know, Master Duel's draw system, so I'm trying to take a chance here. I'm trying to minimize the bricks. I hate that you have to play these at 2, so I'm gonna take my chances, and so far so good. It's been working. A lot of consistency pieces. 3 Ryu-Ge Rising, 3 Mistva, 3 Melody, so a lot of stuff here to boost the consistency. All of these become 1-card starters for the deck, so pretty good cards there. And like I said, I do have a combo video on how to go into the full Dino lines after you use the 1-card combo, so be sure to check that out. Now let's also look at my Dino deck list. All right, so this is my Dino deck list. Not much has changed. A lot of you guys know I'm still playing Shurunga. I like Shurunga over playing a second double Evo pill. I'm playing the 1 Dirac Megalo because it is a free... Basically, it becomes a 1-card... Ground Xeno becomes a 1-card combo to set up your Astero into your Meteor, so that's a good board wipe to have. Up your pocket, up your sleeve, excuse me. Up your pocket. And yeah, I mean, the nib is one of those things. You could take it out, you could play. I was trying it out. Honestly, I'm not a big Nibiru fan. If you guys have seen my deck list, I don't usually play Nibiru, but I said, what the heck, we'll give it a shot here. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about the deck list. If you guys want to see more Dino gameplay, be sure to check out my Twitch channel. And also, let me know in the comments below. If you guys want to see more Dino gameplay, you gotta tell me, because otherwise I'm just gonna keep playing Dark Magician. You know, that's how it is. But I love dinos. I love expressing my Dino DNA. So if you guys want to see more Dino gameplay, please let us know. And I will see you guys later. Take care of yourselves. A wider way makes somebody's day special. Say goodbye to my cat Merlin. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, Habibis. What you doing, buddy? Ah, he's biting me. Psycho.